The thing that motivates me the most is when I lay down at night, when there's no distractions, I want to respect every action I took, every word I spoke. I just want to know that, like, I am a good person. I truly just want to be a man that stands on his own principles that I think are important, like hard work and discipline and love and compassion and courage. Like, those are the things that are so valuable to me that, like, if my actions don't align with that, I feel bad. You know, I don't feel good. My desire to do the Rachel Carson double kind of spawned from the COVID-19 races canceled. So I was like, okay, well, what's a pretty stout, you know, respectable course around here logistically? And for me, it was like a no-brainer, the Rachel Carson. I've done the Rachel Carson race, which is a little bit over 36 miles, found that the full trail is 45 miles. And then I was like, okay, well, what if I did it the full trail out and then back? In my head, I'm like, you know, the planning phase is fun. It's like, wow, that sounds pretty badass. 6:02, start of the Rachel Carson, Western Terminus. Heading out. Hope to be back soon. All right.
Woo! Rachel Carson, 90 miles! We'd set up our little chair and we set up our little table and we just display everything so when he came through he could just pick up what he wanted and keep going.
The plan was to be in and out of those aid stations literally as quick as possible. The most time I wanted to spend there was changing my socks and shoes.
Okay, bye.
Hey, all right, keep going.
Have fun.
Got really lucky with the cold. All the mud's pretty much frozen, so it's way easier to traverse.
Where's Aaron, Justine? Hey, where is he? You said there he is?
You want your shoes?
I don't think there's anything really comparable around here to what the Rachel Carson has to offer. There are some roads, they're pretty runnable, steep power line climbs, a lot of slate rock climbs, a lot of downhills, but really you got to be a very efficient, like, hard hiker. On the downhills, if you can move your feet faster than you can fall, it won't accumulate as much impact and you won't fall.
6.9.
Made up there quickly.
2.3 after that. Brandon's gonna run with you this stretch.
Cool.
We had so many people come out, so many people that wanted to run with Aaron and wanted to come out to support him and see him and cheer him on. So I spent a good portion of my time figuring out what his overall pace was, figuring out what his estimated pace was, and then updating it pretty much at each aid station so that I could let people know when he's going to be arriving at a future aid station, what time, give or take a few minutes.
The trail really doesn't make sense. Literally, it's just like, boom, and then you get up somewhere and then they throw you back down and then, like, you're in someone's backyard and then you're crossing a road or a creek or the highway and then boom, up a power line again and then, like, zigzag, boom, a slate hill. It's just,
This feels ridiculous.
It is. It's such a weird trail, man. It's like, it's right in our backyard.
Like, excuse me, you mind if I paint some yellow flags on your baseball shit so we could put a trail here?
It was fun to share the experience with people that didn't know what they were in for. You literally ran down the power line and went along the road to go right back up the power line. It's urban wooded trails, and it's so badass because it connects all these parks in different places, and there's so many access points. It is so accessible to anybody. So we were just making jokes all, because some of these hills, like you literally just, you can't help but laugh because they're so ridiculous.
White one.
I like very simple things. I love squats. I like running through the woods. You know what I mean? It's like I like barefoot shoes. It's like I like sleeping on the floor and sitting on the floor, and I just like those things the most. If it was up to me, I would run almost completely naked all the time because I feel freer that way. I hate running with something in my hand too. I would take the bottle after I was done with it. You can't do it when it's full because it'll pull your pants down. So my goal was to drink half of it and then I could just store it right in the back. The one side's almost kind of flush, so it just kind of sits right in between, like, you know, both my ass cheeks and my my tailbone. So it just kind of like fits right in there perfect.
All right.
You know how far the next one is?
6.4 to the next. See you soon.
Love you.
You guys are crushing it. You're flying.
He's dragging me around.
Bye guys.
Have
Thanks,
fun.
John. This is how many miles in?
I don't know.
I feel really connected to myself, especially when I'm running for long amounts of time, and I really trust my body. And another reason I love wearing barefoot shoes, that's the first thing that hits the ground that sends signals to your brain to tell your body what shape to make. I don't really look at the ground. I'm always looking ahead, and I just know that my feet are gonna land where they're supposed to. If you can just relax and just realize we come from nature, we are nature, and learn how to be a part of nature, I don't get scared about the technical stuff or the downhills. I love them. I rip and run on them. You know, I feel like a kid playing. A kid doesn't think about, this is technical, I'm gonna fall. It just, you know what I mean? Short socks are no joke. They're not working.
Not good. Okay. Long socks.
They're not feeling good.
Dry his other shoes. We dried them like defrosters.
He's been going for 40 miles. I'm like climbing up Burton Hill trying to stay with him. Fast. It's insane.
The way I trained was really specific to the Rachel Carson. Going into it, we kind of came up with a course, you know, roughly about 200 feet of elevation gain every mile. Because what really gets you isn't the uphills, it's all the downhills. You're putting the brakes on every step down, and the steeper the grade down, the more you got to put the brakes on, and it just pretty much destroys your quads. Training pretty much consisted of how much elevation gain and how much elevation descent can I get to prepare my legs to handle the beating that they were about to endure for, you know, 20 hours.
Good.
46 miles, almost exactly. Being emotional is not good. You know, being emotional during this is, you're gonna waste a lot of energy, you're gonna become undisciplined, things are gonna fall apart. So for me, I just try to stay as level-headed as possible and realize it's like, all right, you're halfway done, what's next? Because I don't wanna be like, yes, I made it halfway, this is so awesome, and then not be prepared for what's next, which is I gotta turn around and go back, you know? So I don't see the point in celebrating.
Oh, Brandon! Because I see him every single day. I see the hard work that he puts in and day out. As soon as he wakes up, first thing in the morning, and he's working hard constantly. He's kicking ass.
Yeah!
These are starting to hurt right there. These blisters? Yeah.
Mom's gonna bring your nail clippers over.
Next section is gonna be hard.
I've also made the mistake at races where it's like, I've eaten a certain way all through training, and then for some odd reason, I think it's a good idea to try this new thing on race day, and it just literally blows up in your face, and then you're like, what, why? Like, you look back and you're like, why did I even think that was a good idea?
Love you. Do you want to bar at the next aid station?
Yes, please, thanks guys.
He came out and he looked ghostly pale. And I said, you look great, you look awesome. But I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, oh shit, we need to get him calories or water, or he needs something because he does not look like he feels very good right now. But you just have to keep saying, you look great, you're doing awesome. It's not gonna benefit him to hear, oh, you look terrible. It's not gonna help him accomplish his goal. So basically my job as aid station crew leader was to help him accomplish his goal as best as possible.
Oh, someone hurt. I'm not feeling good. The biggest mistake I made though, for nutrition wise, I was so hungry and I couldn't stomach these bars anymore. I was so tired of them. I ate about 10 of them. I just wanted some warm food. I wanted French fries and a bean burrito. And I shoved this thing down my face. And then I run 2 miles. And then I eat another one. And oh my God, I didn't eat anything after that. So basically at mile 60, I stopped eating. From that point on, it was just a ticking time bomb.
God, my legs are starting to hurt.
.8. A couple more. farther I go, the more effort it takes, but there's no calories coming in, you know you have to eat. The thought of food, I was pretty much gagging from like the last 30 miles.
You want just water, that one.
I only want water from now on.
Okay, yep.
I'm so nauseous. I don't feel good. This one's bleeding. Soaking through my shoe.
You have a blister that's soaking through?
Yeah.
There's a higher sense of self than just pain and pleasure. So things that hurt, they just hurt. They only hurt as much as you allow them to hurt, you know? So, okay, this blister, it hurts. What can I really do about it right now? You know, I could change my socks and pop it. And then I gotta keep going, or I could quit.
It's been hurting for a while, so yeah, my feet are just destroyed right now.
Do you want me to help you with socks or not?
Oh, my fingers are working.
Okay.
My brain's not. I can't do chips anymore.
I have fries.
I can't do it.
Not like hot broth or anything?
Oh, these don't feel so good. All right, new shoes, new confidence, let's get it.
I know what it feels like to be at the bottom. Those really, really deep-rooted feelings of inadequacy I felt my whole life growing up. A lot of drug abuse, broken home, a lot of disconnectedness from myself and my peers, and just dark, dark times. When I turned 20, right around then, 20, you know, went and sought help and got sober.
I feel like the worst of it's behind me.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to feel that level of weakness again and helplessness again. So for me, it only makes sense to do the hardest things so I can strengthen my mind and my body. I'm nobody, you know what I mean? Like I'm not anyone, like not even remotely special. We all have this ability to dig a little bit deeper and realize that like, okay, maybe I can do more.
Found the trick.
You are awesome!
Trick's to have a pacer.
What?
The trick's to have somebody with you. It's not as treacherous.
Tell me what you want. What you
Just
really,
coconut
really
water.
want.
I really don't think I can stomach anything. I guess I should put this on.
You're killing it, Johnny. See you soon. You got 4 miles. 4 miles.
After we left Emerling Park, I was in bad shape. So I had 18 more miles to go and I knew I couldn't eat and I knew how bad I felt. I picked up Tom Cowball there and Tomas and just running, and they hadn't seen each other in a while, so they were just talking and catching up. And it was so, it felt like a group run, like, hey, let's go hang out. It's Thursday after work. Let's all get together and go catch up and go for a run. It just felt normal, you know what I mean? I kind of forgot that like, fuck, I'm 75 miles in, I'm hurting, this sucks, I can't eat.
Thanks, Tom.
You're looking
Really doing
great.
well.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done it without everybody out there. I know I couldn't have. I can't say enough good things about North Park Trail runners. People I've never even met before are coming out to run 17 miles with me, 15 miles, coming to aid stations to support me. I think every pacer was crucial. I think every crew member. Be good, do good. If you try to be a good person, like morally right person, it just has a ripple effect all the way down the line, you know?
You look great. You smell good too.
You want to change your shoes after this because you're going to do the stream crossings.
I don't even care at this point. I just want to be doing
You have 4 with Brandon, and then you're going to do 7 with me. I'm going to finish with you.
All right, I'm going to get going then.
You're awesome. You got this.
Brandon paced me from Route 8 to the spillway.
Good job, man.
Aaron's a bomb!
There he is.
I could feel my body and everything and just my mind and my emotions starting to break down. You know, I think it was just a very special moment for me to share with a good friend of like, you know, he didn't have to say anything. We didn't really talk during that moment, but just having like his energy and his like strong presence and like the run was coming to an end. You know, it was getting closer to the end. Just to share in that reflection of like, I think that was a really special moment, getting to share that low moment with him. When you truly thought at one point in your life you were never going to be shit and you're going to die this way, I feel like I've lived 2 lives. Like, that was me, you know what I mean? And here I am now. It's like that level of confidence is like, that's what I want to give people. That's what I want to show people is possible by doing things that maybe you didn't think you could do, but just setting a goal and then just trying and working towards it.
Warm shoes, fresh off the defrosters. How you doing? How are you feeling? Horrible. Well, you look fucking awesome, and you only have 7 miles to go. Need Vaseline?
No, I'm just gonna gut it out. I'm done now.
We're almost there. We're so close that we can go home and lay on a nice, warm, hard floor.
She knows what I need to hear, and she brings that like positive side where me it's like, just gotta fucking gut it out, you know what I mean? And so that was a really special moment too, sharing the finish with her, because she sacrificed immensely over the last months for me to accomplish this, and to share that part together was, you know, pretty cool.
Come on, man.
Great job.
What time is it?
I got 1:55 a.m. on Sunday, May 10th.
I don't feel anything right now.
Made it.
I feel pretty empty right now.
So for both of us, I think it was one of the best days of our lives, individually and together. And Aaron supports me through everything every single day. I can't believe how supportive he is every single day, and there's nothing I would rather do than just spend the day out there with him, supporting him and seeing him accomplish his goals. It's so rewarding for both of us.
I feel like I don't have much left to give.
Working toward this every single second, every single day, and you accomplished it. That's pretty amazing.
I met a lot of good people out there today. Very humbling day. The amount of support was insane. Insane. I really don't think I could have done it without you guys. I know I couldn't have.
Oh, yeah, we were definitely huge.
You were.
Especially you.
I think I look forward more to the process than the actual.
You always like the training more than the race, though.
Nature pretty much grinded me down to dust, beat me down, and I just kept going. You know, sometimes it felt really good to keep going, and sometimes it felt really shitty to keep going, but I knew I was just going to keep going. So I guess that was the epiphany, just keep going, you know, like don't stop. I always feel like the ending's like the least exciting part. Like you look forward to, and then you get here and it's like, oh, well, I guess we go home now.